load the mags, spin that round. There's a little arrow on it that shows you the way to do it. Spin it round, hold it with one finger, drop your pellet in, and then it secures itself, and then just take it round. Drop the pellets in one at a time. Easy peasy. The trigger's takes a bit of getting used to on this rifle, I must admit. It's a bit spongy. But it's like any new rifle. Just takes time to get used to it. Once you've got the hang of it, I have no doubt that it'll be quite serviceable. I know my mate gets on well with his, but I have to say, I do admit that is quite a spongy trigger. But hey ho. Cocking lever is nice though. In place. Lock that in place. Okay. Let's go and have a look at what this little thing can do, shall we? Right, so 22 yards, and my first shot was well low and over to the right. Then I went too far, started shooting up too high, still over to the right a little bit, and then I had a group which was a bit low and still a bit over to the right, but there's two mags in that main little group in there. So in 22 cal, for a rifle that costs, you know, 350 quid, that ain't bad, really. That's not bad at all, and that's with the first pellets that I've decided to try in it, which are the Air Arms Diablo Fields. And admittedly, they're normally pretty good in pretty much everything. But that isn't bad at all, really. First time shooting it, getting used to the trigger as well. Yeah, I'm quite happy with that, actually. Quite happy with that. That's not bad results for such a cheap rifle. You know, that's pretty good. And I must admit, I do like this new camo tape. I think that looks much better on it than the marine finish. Like I said, this was a second-hand rifle. So if I was buying new, I must admit I wouldn't buy in that marine finish. I would have bought a normal blued rifle, not a marine finish rifle. But you know, it was so cheap, and it had been looked after, so it was too good to miss, really. And a bit of camo tape has just worked wonders on it. It's just, you know, changed it up, put a little discovery scope on it. The only thing I have found is that because of the lack of eye relief, I've had to balance that on the very end, so that's not going to do it any favours either, to be fair, in the accuracy stakes. I have actually ordered a small extension rail just to bring it out here, which is what it needs, really, either that or a longer eye relief scope. But I do like this little tiny discovery scope, and I think it suits this rifle, really. This rifle's, it's such a small rifle, it seems a shame to stick a dirty great big scope on it. So really I want to keep that on it, so I think this little extension rail that I've ordered, it's only a small thing, it just comes out to about here, but it means that I can slide this scope back a bit further, and you've got plenty of clearance because the mag sits quite deep in the action. So I think with a little extension rail on the back of that, that'll be just absolutely ideal. And I actually quite like this rifle, I really do. The trigger's a bit spongy. You know, I've been shooting day states and Steyrs for a long time, and there is a massive difference in the trigger. And anyone who says there isn't either hasn't shot a day state or is having a bit of a laugh. But it's acceptable. I mean, look at that. You know, never used it before. First time I've shot it with the first lot of pellets I've picked up. All right, 22 yards isn't very far, but you know, if it's doing that, then I reckon this rifle's got plenty of potential to perform much better and really do the business at longer ranges. So I'm quite happy with that. Quite happy indeed. Nice little rifle. Magazine seems to work faultlessly. Do like the side lever. The side lever is really nice. It's quite positive. It springs out. It's heavily spring loaded. When you first open it, proper springs out. And I love the fact that it's got this last shot closure mechanism. So when you fire your last shot out the mag, you can't close the lever. The lever won't shut to cycle another round. So you're going to get no empty air shots coming out of this rifle. And yeah, all in all, I'm made up with it. It's quite a cute little fucking, pardon my French, small little compact rifle. Not a lot wrong with it at all, really. Not a lot wrong with it. For the money, I think if you were starting off in air rifles, or you were looking for something for your son or your daughter as their first PCP air rifle to get into air gunning, then you're not going to go far wrong with this. Obviously, they'd have to be tall enough to cope with that long reach of pull, because it has got a long reach of pull. But as a first rifle, as an entry into the world of PCPs, it's pretty damn good for the money. Fair dues, it really is. Thanks for watching.